All right, welcome to another Affinity Photo tutorial. Today we're going to be creating a realistic neon sign. This is what we'll be creating right here. So let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start off with just a background image. This is just a brick wall that I found online and just reduce the exposure and the brightness a little bit to give us kind of a nighttime look. So the first thing we're going to do is bring in some text. I'm using a text called Neon that I found on defont.com. And we'll just type in the words all night. And we'll position this up here. So if we look at it, mostly neon is always connected because of the gases that have to go through the tube. So to make it look more realistic, we're going to get our pen tool here, make sure we have a white color selected, and we're going to come over here to the end of the L here and click, and then hold shift, get to the end of the A, click. And I made that about 2 pixels large, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and select that, and then we'll just option click and drag it over to connect this L and this N. So let's take the 3 layers that we have here, and we'll group those. All right, so now we'll start adding in our layer effects. So we'll come here, and first thing we're going to do is add in an inner glow. And we're going to change this to hard light. Let's bring our opacity down to 80%. We'll bring our radius up to about 7.5 pixels for this. And we'll leave our intensity at 50% for that. And let's pick a nice neon-y kind of color. Purple looks good there. We can lower that radius just a hair, because really what we're trying to do is we're trying to get that outer edge to take on the color that we want. So let's go with 6. All right, that's looking pretty good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in an outer glow. Now in this outer glow, now we're going to change the blend mode to add, and we'll bring our opacity on this one down to 80%. On this one, we're going to bring the radius up to 5 pixels. And we'll leave our intensity at 50% with this as well. And with our color, we're going to again pick purple and go with a slightly darker purple to give it a little bit more contrast. So now what we need to do is we need to duplicate this group. So we'll Command J, and duplicate that. So we'll leave that one alone on top. Let's come back down to the underlayer here, and the first thing we're going to do on this one is we're going to add in an outline, and we're going to leave the outline to the blend mode as normal. Opacity is going to be 100% on that. We're just going to bring the radius up to 1, or the 1 pixel. We're going to align this to the inside, and we're going to leave it alone. Let's go ahead and remove the inner glow on this one. And then we'll come down to the outer glow, and we're going to make some changes to this. So we're going to change the blend mode on this one to linear light. And we're going to bring the opacity up on this one to about 95%. And on the radius on this one, we're going to bring this up way up to like 120 pixels to give us that glow up against the bricks. We'll leave, actually let's bring the intensity up on this one a little bit more as well. We really want to light up those bricks. Let's put it about 60%. That looks pretty good right about there. And now what we need to do is to separate it from the wall as well, we're going to add in an outer shadow. So on this one, we're going to change this to linear light as well. We're going to bring the opacity in this all the way up to 100. And we'll bring the radius up to probably about 7 or 8 pixels on this. Let's go with 8. And our offset is going to be about 10 pixels. And let's just type it in, 10 pixels. And our intensity on this one is going to be about 50%. We don't want to be too strong with it. And then let's bring the angle down to 270. And if we zoom out, there we go. Not a very difficult effect to do. We created separation off the wall. We created the glow that the neon would project onto the wall. Pretty easy effect to do and reasonably realistic. If you like this, please hit the like button or think about subscribing to my channel. Hope you liked it. Until next time, peace.